Hi, welcome to Stay Alfred. My name is Kiri Sager. I am the first employee of Stay Alfred besides the two owners at the time. I'm here to do Stay Alfred, a drunken history. So one of the big questions that we get every time a new employee comes on is, how did Stay Alfred get its name? It's kind of a two-part story. The original owners are Jordan Allen and Conrad Manfred, and they combined their two last names to make Alfred, and they loved the name because it's also the butler for Batman. Loyalty is one of our 6 values. Obviously, loyalty is pretty important to me since I've been here for a good chunk of my life now. But to me, loyalty is especially important just because it's the idea that whatever you put into this company, hopefully the company will give you that back. And so far, it's done a pretty good job. Hey, Doug.
Oh, hey.
Hey. So, I wanted to tell you a story about my, when I started here at Stay Alfred.
Okay.
So, my second day at Stay Alfred, I traveled to Portland with Conrad to set up new units in Portland. We worked about 16-hour days and went out for about 3 hours after each night, and then woke up at 6 a.m. and did it all over again. We did this for about 4 days to set up units that had guests coming in like 2 days. So
Why?
because this is how crazy we were, man. We like to go hard or go home. But the funny thing is that we would have guests calling us, wondering where their arrival instructions are, wondering if we were actually a real company. Jordan's talking to the guests on the phone, saying like, oh yeah, we'll have those instructions to you in just a few minutes, while I'm sitting there writing the instructions for them to come into the building. There was even a time where we're pretty sure we were in the same elevator as some of our guests, and they were wondering if we were a legitimate business. We were just sitting there like, oh my god, this is awkward. This is my first week at Stay Alfred.
That's incredible.
Right?
Man, we're still here.
Okay, here's a random fact. So to go along with that Portland story, like I said, I had just gotten hired. It was like my second day on the job. I'm down in Portland with these guys I don't know, 2 very large men at that. And I was talking to my mom, and she didn't say anything to me at the time. It was probably like a year later. She's like, I was so relieved that you came back from that trip alive, because I realized that after I talked to you, I just sent off my baby to Portland with 2 strange men. I had no idea who they were and if their business was legitimate. Luckily, I came back and everything was fine. As far as like unit-wise growth, we've, I think we had about 40 or 50 units when I started. Now we're closer to over 600. And it's been about, well, I've been here over 5 years, a little over 5 years. People-wise, again, it's just the 3 of us living in a 300 square foot office where we could reach out and touch each other. To now we're in this building and have people remotely working for us, and we're at about 140 employees or so. Culture-wise, I mean, honestly, the culture hasn't changed too much. That's been one of the great things about Stay Alfred is, you know, people can come here and be themselves, I feel like. Like, I come here in a sweatshirt every day, and Deb comes in looking like a rock star every day because she's a rock star. We try to help each other out as best we can. We might not always agree on everything, but at the end of the day, this is kind of like a family culture, and it's kind of been that way from the beginning. Jordan has some pretty off-the-wall theories about Game of Thrones. If you ever get the chance, ask him, because honestly, they're so off the wall they might come true. And by the way, I get this all the time. We're kind of looking at expanding into more buildings, more units, just getting as much inventory as we possibly can. My favorite thing about the company is I love the people that work here. And that is God's honest truth. If it weren't for the people that were here, I don't know how I would have stuck it out so long. But definitely everyone that I work with is a champion, so that's what I love the most. Just another day in the life, huh, Sue? Peace out and welcome to Stay Alfred.